Hello, everyone. You're welcome once more on this platform. I'm your guy, the Betong. Wow, Bitcoin is doing fantastic. Ethereum is doing fantastic. Some altcoins are doing fantastic. The question now is, where are we in this cycle? Because if we look at the crypto bubbles currently on the weekly time frame, we see that like almost everything from the top 100 coins are doing well. You can see everything, almost everything is in blue, or I mean in green. Ray is up 26%, Lido is up 55%, Crow is up 26%, Palm 23%. I mean, there's lots of flavor here. And I think maybe it's as a result of the fact that Ethereum is up alone for the week 18%. And if we look at the monthly setup, ETH is up for the month 43%. I called ETH a long time ago. I told you guys to focus on ETH. Buy Ethereum, buy Aerodrome, buy this. I have been shouting, calling for you guys to buy this bad boy. I've shared on my platform multiple times. I told you guys, buy. Not only Ethereum, Aerodrome, many other coins. But today, I want us to look at Ethereum, Bitcoin price prediction. And we're going to look at some other altcoins. I strongly believe that Bitcoin is going to go to 135K before we see any sort of magic to make it go to 200K or 500K. But I think the last target for Bitcoin for this cycle is going to be 135,000. I called the previous price, Bitcoin price, and you guys can attest with me that I've been right most of the time. Of course, it's not about being right, it's about doing the right thing, making sure you guys are available to grab what is left for us to make money from. So if you're new, yeah, just hit that subscribe button early, like the content. Yeah. Now, let's go to let's just see the entire sentiment. Yeah. From fear and greed index, we are around the greed section, which is 70. Okay. Last month it was 79. Now we are at 70, meaning we are heading towards the 79. Like the last month sentiment. I mean, we are still bullish. Ethereum now is leading, and Bitcoin is like, okay, no, I'm not done. I'm gonna show you guys that I am still available, right? But look at this sentiment; it looks awesome, and that's why I love Bitcoin. It's easy to understand what goes on with Bitcoin and how you can take advantage of it. But now this is bullish, and if we look at these other metrics, guys, I mean, crypto is now 4.01 trillion cap. Fantastic! This is awesome, right? Now looking at this heat map, okay, I told you guys that Bitcoin was going to 120, 20K for the last week. Like my last week video, if you watch it, then you can testify with me. I told you guys that this is how I see Bitcoin move. First, I think Bitcoin can go to $111,000, then go to 120. But if Bitcoin goes to 120 and fails, then it might go to 111K, then go even more downward. But if it goes first to 111K, then there's high chances that it's gonna go to 120K and attempt the 123K price point. And if it fails to break above 123K K and stay below 120K, then for this week, then guys, we are done. We are not gonna go to 135K Bitcoin. But if say Bitcoin stays above 120K, stays there for this week, if this week close, Bitcoin at 120K, then we are back, or we are still in the trend. Okay, I want you guys to understand how price move. I'm gonna go now I want to look at Ethereum. Then it comes to Bitcoin. Let me explain to you guys how price move. Now, let me go to previous price action. This is the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame gives you or let me say the weekly setup gives you a macro perspective of the market, how it moves. It's simple. If you go to the lower time frame, there's a lot of noise. You won't be able to grab exactly what you need. But now look at these guys. Okay, when you look at this chart, what do you see? Tell me, what do you see? You see price in a consistent uptrend ever since. Let me zoom out so you see. Yeah, ever since price was around this $16,000. Price almost went to like I found price at that point. Or let me not say I found price. I was there. I was in crypto when price get to this level. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the price has been moving in an uptrend, staying where mostly above the alpha trend. You see, and the time the weeks that price stays below the alpha trend, it's not that many weeks. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks or the 6 weeks. Then price break above. Now we are looking at price again. Yeah, price has made this move to the upside. This move to the upside. It will trace back, and what is going to happen here? Price is going to attempt to go and make higher highs. And if price fails, guys, if it fails to go, if this candle that you are seeing that you are like which is forming this weekly candle, this current weekly candle, if it fails to break and stay above, the above $120,000, then we are done. We are done. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's see. Now, today, I want today candle to close at least, guys, above $120,000. That's gonna be healthy for us. If today closes above $120,000, that's gonna be healthy for us. It's gonna mean that price will stay above this alpha trend area of interest that I drew here. You can see this yellowish line. I want to see price stays above it. If you drop down to the 4 hours time frame, you're gonna see exactly what I'm trying to say here. Now, looking at the 4 hours time frame, what do you see here? You see that this huge vector candle that formed here, price is still struggling to recover at least all of it or half of it. But what we want to see price do is for price to recover half of this vector candle, not all of it. Like what happened here. You see this spike here, price recover half of this. So we want to see price recover half of it. We want to see price bounce from this moving average here around let's say $120,000 to 175 price point. Okay, so we want to see price bounce from there, and that's going to be exactly from the mid range for today. Like mid range today, if we drop down to the 1 hour time frame, you're going to see that the mid range, yeah, this is the mid range around 120,500 price point. We want to see price get there, or maybe even go a little bit downward, or maybe price we can see a huge spike downward towards 119,000 dollars, but we want to see a quick buyback, to the upside. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And if we stay above $120,000, as I mentioned, guys, we are going to Valhalla. But there's one thing here I want you to see, which is not good. What is it? Is this V here? This V stands for high volume, or let me say stopping volume. So whenever this appears on my chart, it tells me that price is about to reverse. Like here, you see, yeah, it appears here, price reverse a little bit. It appears here, price reverse. If you go like previous price action, you're gonna see that each time it appears, price somehow consolidate and move sideways. You see here, move sideways. You see here, it moves sideways. So I love my indicator so much. This is my indicator. I build this myself, so I enjoy it. But now, looking at this, on the other hand, I would say that we are still bullish because the session bias arrow is green. This arrow here, let me zoom so you can see. This arrow is green. Whenever you see this arrow green, 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 green toward the session, it means that there's high volume. Even though price is dumping, but there's high volume in the market, and as a result of that, it means they might easily reverse price. But if we start seeing the red above, if we go to different project. Let's see, for example, Sui. You see, let me see if yeah, you can see, yeah, red, 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 red. So Sui is going down, looking at the 1 hour time frame. And if we look at other like Ethereum. Let's see if it's the same thing with Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum is going down on the 1 hour time frame, but you can see Ethereum is bouncing now from. I'm gonna come to Ethereum in a while, but let's just finish with Bitcoin, before we come to Ethereum. But I just want you guys to see the session bias arrow and to see how I apply it in confluence with this V, and you can see also not only the V appeared, this SE. The SE stands for short, like short, or reverser. This is like bullish, or like bullish engulfing candle. This is like a bearish engulfing candle. So whenever I see this some sort of bearish engulfing candle around this zone, when price is around this zone, yeah, and it has formed this V stuff, I know that price is about to reverse. You see, it happened here, but it didn't really like the bullish engulfing candle didn't like it wasn't really that engulfing. You can see it at one point closed halfway, but this one was fully bullish engulfing candle. You see, it took all of these candles here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So price was gonna go down. I didn't see this earlier on the 1 hour time frame. If I saw it, I would have short Bitcoin. Yeah, I would have short Bitcoin. Yeah, and the target is gonna be around. Again, I think they're gonna stop at 120, but let's see how it goes. Because if we look at the structure here, the worst case scenario, with I think they're gonna bring price around 119 to 119 255, which is around this 50-day moving average. It makes sense, and also because we have these vectors here, so if it happens, then maybe around the US session, we want to see price reverse, back to the upside. So there's a lot to be taken into consideration here when you look at Bitcoin, when you look at the current price action. Now, looking at Ethereum, Ethereum somehow, I think from where we are currently, I'm gonna explain to you guys why I think Ethereum is done for now. We're gonna cool off, uh, particularly when you look at price on the 1 hour time frame. So let me zoom, so you can see what I'm trying to convey here. Now let's look at where price came from. Ethereum, like this was this movement that took us straight up there. Okay, price started here around 3,400, and boom, it took us right up to 4,300. Now, what do you see here? Price break structure here. This was a structure that price break, this structure here, and after that, price hasn't yet come back there. Price has been above the alpha trend. You see here, price went above the alpha trend, came back here, and ever since it has been above the alpha trend. Now we are seeing price staying, going back below the alpha trend. After price came here, price went below the alpha trend, and price attempt to go and make higher highs from this like movement. Because if you go back here, price went up there, came below the alpha trend, and when price crossed above the alpha trend, it went and make higher highs. And ever since it hasn't went below the alpha trend, it came here below the alpha trend and went back up, but it wasn't able to go and make higher highs. So that's why I think Ethereum is not correct somehow, and the correction will take us. Let's see. Um, this was the move. Let me just bring in the fib tool here, so we can mark from here to the top there. So this move at least should take us at 4,000, at least 4,000 for now. But I'm looking at the golden pocket or halfway of this move, to be the target. Yeah, the golden pocket here and the halfway of this move. So the halfway of this move makes sense because we have the 200-day moving average there on the 1 hour time frame. So I think that should be the target for now. That's gonna be around let's say 3,948. Yeah, 3,948. So yeah, this is gonna be the areas where I'm gonna look for a possible trade. I already drew this here, so I'm gonna be looking for a trade here for Ethereum. But I think for now, Ethereum is gonna break this zone, and I'm gonna buy Ethereum. I'm gonna sell Ethereum when it breaks, then retest. Because if Ethereum break, I think it's gonna cool down a little bit here. We have some sort of support here. Cool down a little bit here. Then this is let me just try to do this quickly. It will do something like this. You know, this is where we're gonna buy. I mean, we're gonna short Ethereum, short it, then cash out profit down here. I think that's where Ethereum is going. To an extent, that should be the zone Ethereum is going. You know, so, but let's just look at generally the structure on the weekly time frame for Ethereum. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, Ethereum has gone to the all-time high. No, not yet. It hasn't made an all-time high. The all-time high was at for almost $5,000. So I think this move is gonna take us to the all-time high before we see any major retracement. That's why if price is gonna come in here, it gonna make sense. Somehow around this 4,000, then 4,000 to 3,000 900 price point, make sense. So we can drop down, let's say $1,000. It will make sense, doing this like towards the end of the UK session. I think, or in the course of the US session, we can see Bitcoin get to that price point. Then let's say before weekend, we're gonna see price go right back to $5,000. To maybe above, yeah, above 5K. So this week, I think we are gonna see a 5K Bitcoin, 5K Ethereum. But now, I want to do this with you guys, so we see the target for Ethereum. I mean the target for this move. Because if we look at previous price action, let's just see if say we can guess the target for Ethereum. It's simple as that. Let's just see how it goes. Now let me bring in one of my favorite tool here, which is the FIP extension. I'm gonna plug it here to the top, then bring it back here. So let's see where we got. Oh, it's close, it's close. Because if we break here, if we break 4,900, 4,590 price point, do you know where we are going to? We are going straight to 7,000, $7,614. And then yeah, the best case scenario, I think we are going to 8,548 dollars. So that's the target. I was thinking maybe we're gonna go to 10K, but this is what I'm getting based on my analysis. So maybe we get 10K, but 8K is doable for this cycle. If I bring in this, let me just zoom out this a little bit again. Then I try to, you know, from here to up there. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. You see, this huge spike to that upside is gonna happen. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. So if I take this here up there, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna try something. Let's see if this is gonna work. Yeah, it worked. It worked. It worked. So yeah, guys. So that's the target. You see, that's the target. That is the target. So we're gonna see price go to at least 8,700. So I mean, I didn't do bad to predict that. Now let's go to the prediction for Bitcoin. Let me go for this one. I already mark it here. Bitcoin prediction is already done. So now it's gonna be, or there's gonna be conditions here, as I mentioned earlier. You know, we want to see Bitcoin break and stay above, like to stay above 120. Yeah, and if it stays above 120, then it's gonna break and stay above 123K. And if it stays above 123K, then we are going to straight away to 135K, the last zone here. But again, you can never know, right? If Bitcoin is like super bullish, then the next target after 135K is 172 point 833.3K. Those are the target that these are the target that I'm looking at based on the FIP extension too. Right now, having said all of this, guys, let's see if we can look at some few altcoins before we go. We have been live for 20 minutes now. One of the altcoins that I want us to look at right now is Aerodrome. This is one of my top. I've been calling Aerodrome for a long time now, but again, not everyone. Many are called, a few are choosing. Not everyone's gonna make money in cryptocurrency. But now look at this one year for Aerodrome from year straight the way up there. At least price should recover half of this move before anything else. That's what I think is gonna happen for this bad boy. Price will recover at least half of this candle of this movement. Yeah. So it's simple. If say you want to know where or how that's gonna be like, just bring in this like go to the weekly time frame. Mark it like this from this where this body started and the other body. Just mark it there. Take it right that way. Then now you take this and you mark this line in the middle. Boom. That's the midpoint. That's where you are looking for your buy for Aerodrome. Okay. Now this is gonna be around 0.9979 6, or I just say 0.98. That's where I'm gonna put my stop loss. Sorry, my take profit. I'm currently in a short. I'm shorting Aerodrome currently. I took the trade around this top here, at the top of this move, you know, around here. So I'm still in profit. And if you look at the structure on this time frame, you see that after price made this huge move here, ever since price has not attempted this high here. Price came here, it failed, it came down here, it failed. Now it's not go down here to target this zone. So I think we are going right down here, at least towards, let me say, today, tomorrow, then Wednesday, we're gonna have midweek reversal. From there, then maybe we can start maybe going back to the all-time high, which is around $2. I think this bad boy is going straight to $2 after this retracement, at least half of this move, as I mentioned. And if you look at this, you're gonna see that we have a vector here, which makes sense, right? It makes sense for them to come and recover this year, and we also they can even go right down to 0.95 price point for Aerodrome, so yeah, Aerodrome looks somehow okay, if you ask. And this other coin, which is Ton, let's see. I bought Ton today, but I think I should sell my Ton. I'm not seeing any. Yeah, I think I should sell Ton. I bought this spot. I think I should sell it, because maybe we're gonna see major correction with this coin. Yeah, it can correct here, can drop right down here. Let me go back to this charts. Let's see if I can bring Tony here. Yeah, 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 guys. Now, Ton is not yet at that point. I didn't see this. I wouldn't have bought it. It's not yet at that point. Look. It's still price is below the alpha trend. So this is a sell, not a buy opportunity. Um, let me see. Which other one we got here? CRV. This one, I saw this one. I think CRV is not going anywhere. By the way, I think it's gonna. Let me see which chart am I looking at. Yeah, so I think on the daily time frame, it's waiting to at least retrace back to this 50-day moving average. From there, we might see the next spike. So I think all this movement, yeah, they are gonna at least at one point attempt to recover half of this move. Yeah, they haven't yet done that. I think they are building. They want to trap more traders before they do that. I think they are going to recover at least half. If I take it here up there, let's see. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna recover. So they're gonna push price here at least to grab half of this liquidity or maybe all of this liquidity here. Before they continue price to the upside for that. So, guys, most of these coins you don't have to buy them now. For example, if I look at the alpha trend um strategy, so I'm gonna just mark it here, mark this zone that the buy signal was pointed, mark it here, so I'm gonna be looking at buy in this zone here, from this zone to this down area, down, like from the top to the bottom of this zone. Price can come there. You don't think as if price cannot come there. Price can come there. By the way, you don't even buy. You don't buy when prices are on these levels. Yeah, and you can see prices actually forming an M here. You can see head and shoulder pattern is forming clearly here. Today's candle close is gonna confirm this. This head and shoulder pattern on the daily time frame. You can see uh M or W. This is M. From there, it's gonna take us straight down here. You know, so I'm looking at this also to mean, yeah, maybe something good might come out of it. And let's see if we have some other coins here. I think to an extent today, um, only cool is showing us some momentum. To an extent, let's see, guys, look more for short. If you want a short term, you want to short something, look for short trades. But if you want to buy like spot, then you can buy aerodrome. Not aerodrome. You can buy aptos. You can buy aptos spot. If you want to buy something spot, you can buy. I'm still looking at Polkadot. Let's see. Um, Polkadot. I'm gonna do a thorough research about Polkadot. I'm not sure whether mm, I'm not sure whether Polkadot is gonna make it again, but I know Arbitrum is gonna make it. So you can buy Arbitrum, no doubt. Arbitrum will make it, but I'm still skeptical about Dot, because Dot has been dormant for a while now. All the liquidity coming into Ethereum or in other coins, we haven't really seen any impact with Dot. So but Arbitrum looks somehow cool for now. You know. So yeah, it's already to the 8 minutes. But before we go, let me look quickly at this chart. This poor chart. Let's see. Let's see for today. Let's see where we are currently with Bitcoin. This is CRV. Let's go to Bitcoin. I want to see where we have more orders in the market for Bitcoin. Okay, you see. Um, yeah, there's huge orders here. That like, yeah, huge liquidity here. You can see these orders have to be filled. And yeah, they can even come right down to, wow. They can even come. We have orders here around 117, 600. We have some here around 100. And so if we are losing this 20,000 price point on one like 120,000 price point, then we are going straight to around $117,000. I think that's what's gonna happen if say we lose this zone here. You see, we have lots of like short liquidations here. So we don't want to see Bitcoin actually break below this zone. Let's keep an eye here and see the open interest is so high. Meaning we should expect a sort of reversal a little bit, somehow, before anything. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. I'm gonna close some of my position right now because I think the market is gonna. I'm gonna close some of my position right now. Or I mean, I'm already coming to the end of the show. So let me see if I can close some of my position here. I think let's see. Yeah, I want to sell some of my coins that I'm holding currently. I bought some coins. I wasn't supposed to buy it. That's what being stubborn is like. I bought ton. I wasn't supposed to buy ton. Let me sell at a loss. I bought some APT too. I wasn't supposed to buy it. So I'm down with APT about 2%. So let me just sell my APT. I bought some APT. I was anticipating that the market was gonna pump a little bit, but it seems as if Bitcoin is gonna drag the market down. Ethereum too will drag the market down. So let's see. Let me see Ethereum where we have more orders. Let me see. Yeah, you see. This bad boy can come right down to 3,000. Yeah, exactly. Look at this area here. We have the first zone is gonna be around 4,058. So they can sweep all this liquidity right down here. You can see short liquidation right down here, right up to 3,500. Wow, lot of orders. You can see lot of orders here, lot of orders, lot. But here we have more. From this zone to this zone, so they might come here for these orders here. You know, Okay, guys, let's just see how it goes. But I think this is the end of today's show. If you enjoyed, like the video, share it with your friends. See you guys the next one. Have a nice day. Ciao.